Hello, my name is Nehal Ravindra Zavdari and today date is 23 October 2021. So today topic is final. So what is final? Once we declare anything which is a final, then we cannot change its value at any cost. Then into the Java, if we have a final keyword which is doing the work as the same for once we declare its final, then we cannot change its value. If we declare the method which is a final, then we cannot override. Then once we declare the final variable, then we cannot change its value. Then once we declare the final class, then we cannot inherit or extend it. So first we will see the final variable. So what is final variable? Final variable which is once we declare the final variable, then we cannot change its value. What final means, it's used to restrict the user. Then when we use the final variable, then we cannot change one. For example, we take the class A, and into that we take one variable which is a final I equals to 10, and then we change into that value I equals to I plus 20, and then sys out I. Then it's give the error because we trying to add the 20 into the I, but I is already a final, so we cannot change the final variable, and then we cannot change the value of I. That's why it's give the compile time error when we execute the code. Then when we declare the final parameter, then we cannot change it. Once we declare, then we can declare the unblank variable, blank variable, or it also called the uninitialized variable. Once we declare the uninitialized variable, it means that we cannot assign the value at the time of calling or at the time of declaration. When it is called the blank variable or uninitialized variable. So we can also declare the uninitialized or blank variable. Then we can also declare the normal variable, which is give the value assigning at the time of declaration. The both variable which we can declare the final. We can declare the uninitialized variable as a final, or variable as a final. So next one is a method. What is method? What is final method? Final, once we declare the final method, then we cannot override. For example, when we take the class bike, then into that we take the method void run, and to that running and sys out running, we print the running message. Another we take the same method which is a void run, and into that we print the different message which is a running safely. Then we cannot override it because first method which is a final, and then second method is normal. So first we will declare the final method which is the final void run, then we cannot override. So that's why we cannot the override method. When we want to declare don't want to override the method, then we can use the final keyword. So next one is the final class. What is final class? Final class means that we cannot extend or inherit the class. That's why the final class. So for example, we will take the example class Kelsey. Into that we take the two variable integer a and b, giving that value, and then we take the addition. We take the method which is a void addition, then do the addition of that two variable sys out a plus b, and then print that result. Then we take another class which is a class Kelsey to extend the class Kelsey, but class Kelsey which is a final, So then when we extend, then again we extend the class Kelsey, and into that we take the two variable, and again we take the one method which is a subtraction, and do that doing the subtraction into that method of the two variables. Again we take the void main method and creating the object of the second class calci2, calci2 c equals to new calci, and then calling the object. That time it give the compile error because we cannot extend or inherit to the class. So that's why when we trying to inherit or extend to the final class, that time it give the compile time error. When we don't want to inherit to the class, then we assign the final keyword before declaration the class. So it's useful for the variable, method and class when we want to declare anything into the final. When we declare the variable final, for example pi value is a final because its value is already assigned, then we cannot change it ever. When we use the pi value, it's a 3.14, it's a final value. So it's a today topic which is a final. So thank you so much.